Thank you for meeting with me. If this is your first visit to the Bellflower Casino Resort, I hope you're finding it a pleasant one. I've owned this place for over 30 years. Running the Bellflower has been my life's work. A life which is almost over. I have terminal cancer, and I've been fighting it for years, but my time is coming to an end. I've already come to terms with my condition, but it leaves me with a problem. I never found time to start a family, and I don't have any close friends. This hotel is all I have to leave to this world. It's my legacy, but I have no one to carry on that legacy once I'm gone. I need you to help me decide on the best person to inherit the Bellflower. I've made a list of 4 candidates, each of whom has a strong connection to this hotel. Unfortunately, I don't know any of them very well. I've invited them all here for the weekend under the guise that you want to do an interview with them for a book that you're writing about the hotel. Now, they're being paid a healthy stipend for their time, so you'll likely find them willing to answer any questions you may have. I want you to learn everything you can about them and report back to me if you discover anything relevant. Their names are Ashley, Mallory, Sarah, and the last one is a couple of newlyweds named Todd and Becca.
Well, all right. So, Mr. Davenport doesn't have any family, and he's fixing to pass away, where he wants to make sure someone inherits his hotel. All right, let's see. Tell me about Ashley.
Ashley is a magician. She's been holding her magic show here at the Bellflower since we added a theater during our last renovation. She's been here longer than any employee, and she's as financially tied to this place as anybody, aside from myself. She's a private person, so I don't know much about her personal life.
All right. We'll just go down through the line here. Tell me about Mallory.
Mallory is the unluckiest person I've ever met. She's also one of the nicest. I've never seen so much tragedy befall such an undeserving person. I unfairly gave her a hard time when we first met, but we get along well now. I gave her a complimentary stay here at the hotel to apologize, and she wouldn't stop talking about how much she loved it here. I think she might even like my hotel more than I do. Like the others on my list, I don't know very much about her.
It will just keep going. Tell me about Sarah.
Sarah is the daughter of the Goodley family. She's been staying here with her parents on family vacations for years. That family is so wholesome that they make the Brady Bunch seem edgy. They're a welcome breath of fresh air here in Las Vegas, and I love the idea of someone with very strong moral values like Sarah taking over the hotel.
Awesome. And then a couple, Becca and Todd.
I barely know anything about those two. Their names are Becca and Todd. I met them today when they were checking in. They came to Las Vegas to get married, and this trip is also doubling as their honeymoon. Yeah, I know it must seem odd to consider leaving my estate to a couple I barely know, but honestly, I barely know any of the people I'm considering. I figure that if they're staying here for their wedding and their honeymoon, then they're going to have a very strong emotional connection to the Bellflower Hotel. Plus, it almost seems like fate that they happen to check in today while I'm trying to make this decision. I'm counting on you to ascertain whether or not they're good people worthy of consideration as heirs.
Yeah, I was confused on that too, because if they just checked in today, why would you even consider them? I mean, you know, they have, but yeah, I can see how that makes sense. You know, newlyweds, this could be their connection to it. Ashley, Mallory, Sarah. Why are there two other people there? I'm guessing Sarah is the one in the middle. But you bring your mom and dad with you? Okay. Maybe she's a minor and she can't make decisions for herself. And then Becca and Todd. Todd looks like a thug. And she looks like a showgirl or a call girl or, well, yeah. Let's interview Todd and Becca. What the heck, right? We'll see what they have to say. Hey, Brett. Yeah, this game is on sale for like $2.50, and I said, huh, let's try it out. It sounds interesting. I know, right? Casting couch. That's what it looks like. Let's see. Tell me about yourselves.
My name is Becca.
And I am Todd.
We're from New York City.
Hey, Aunt. Well, New York City.
I love New York. We have the best sports teams, the best nightclubs, the best restaurants. It's such an incredible place to live.
Even if I didn't have to live there for work, I don't think I could ever move.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many things you can only get in New York you can't get anywhere else. You should really visit if you haven't been before.
There's this brony convention Todd goes to every year. I mean, even if we moved, he'd have to go back every year. No way he can miss it. It's all he talks about for a month leading up to it.
You do realize the hotel's in Las Vegas, so, you know, if you're on the hotel, you kind of sort of have to move to Las Vegas. And what the heck is a brony convention?
It's a convention for My Little Pony fans.
Yeah, it's not as bad as that.
I mean, lots of adults go. Actually, it's almost entirely adults who go. I think the TV show is super sweet, but I've only been with Todd once. They don't really like girls going. I think it kind of messes with the whole bro part of brony.
What the? Oh, no. Oh, my. Bunch of guys dressed up as little ponies. No. The Bellflower Hotel.
This is where Todd said we had to stay when we came to Vegas.
We're in town for our wedding.
Mm-hmm. We actually ran into the owner of the hotel while we were checking in, and he overheard us saying we were getting married, so he upgraded us to a big suite, which was such a nice surprise.
And he was even more surprised when he asked if he wanted to be interviewed for your book. I mean, this is certainly turning out to be a memorable trip.
I would hope it'd already be memorable, but with our wedding and all.
Oh, of course. It's a poor choice of words on my part.
Yeah. Somebody's going to be sleeping on the couch. Wedding?
I want to be married in church back home, but Becca wanted to do something original. Isn't that right, dear?
Yeah, we also couldn't afford a big wedding. You know, Todd's work has been a little slow lately.
I'm an actor, and all actors have dry spells. Just part of the industry. Plus, Becca has a lot of dad, so we probably shouldn't be spending too much money right now.
Right now he's actually playing Elmo in Times Square. He takes his picture with tourists all day. He's so cute in the costume.
Not Elmo.
Legally, he is a generic red creature, but we all know who he's supposed to be.
Oh, no. So if they own a hotel and she's in debt, how's that gonna work?
Yeah, I took out a lot of student loans. I would have been more than happy going to an affordable law school, but Daddy insisted I go to Harvard if I wanted to work at the family firm. So I will probably be paying that off for years. I don't know why Todd puts up with me and all my baggage.
Now, if your daddy's a lawyer and he wanted you to go to Harvard, is he not a successful? I mean, he should be able to help with those student loans. Family firm? We'll just go down
Kennedy,
this
Seymour, and Cartwright. Michael Kennedy is my father. Barbara Cartwright is my mother. It's not the biggest firm in New York, but we do all right.
Cartwright and yeah. I mean, she did her dad and her mom, but where'd the Seymour come in?
Seymour was an older man at the firm. He retired when I was very young. I didn't know him very well.
Oh, okay. That was bizarre. All right, so why does your mom and dad not have the same name?
My parents didn't get married until years after they'd already been legal partners. At that point, my mom had already a long list of clients, a really great reputation, so that's why she kept her own last name.
Plus, they would have to change the name of the law firm. They had to print new business cards or new signs or a big hassle, right?
That's why I'm keeping my last name. So if everything goes according to plan right before my dad retires, I will get made partner at the firm. That way, there will still be a Kennedy in the name. Also, Becca Boner just doesn't really have a great ring to it for a lawyer.
Not going there. Not going there. I'm not going there. not going there. Keeping the last name.
It doesn't bother me. If she wants to keep her own last name to help her career, I'm in full support.
Todd's actually thinking about taking my last name. That way, if we ever adopt children, we won't have to explain why we have different last names.
Adopt? Why would you adopt? I mean, are you not able?
Becca here loves the idea of adopting children.
Also, we can't really have children of our own because Todd's been sterile ever since his motorcycle accident.
At least my accident was cool.
Okay. Okay. Didn't see that one coming.
His friend Greg jumped over a bunch of people on his motorcycle trying to make a viral video. So Todd and all these guys, they were laid down head to toe leading up to the ramp. And Greg almost made it, but his back tire came down right between Todd's legs.
We describe every detail.
Oh, right. I actually have it on video if you want me to send it to you.
That's not necessary.
That would be awesome. Can we see the video? Oh, it's not an option. Oh, I know, right, Aunt? I didn't realize this was going to be that comical. I thought, well, all right, well, we're just going to interview a bunch of people and try to find the best candidate for the hotel. And Greg was...
Greg is my best friend. He's a great guy. He's a guitar player.
Oh, he's hilarious. He does this bit every time I see him, where he tries to convince me to dump Todd and go out with him instead. It's so funny. It sounds a little mean, but it's obviously a joke. He does it right in front of Todd. I promise you, it's very funny. Maybe you have to be there.
It's not that funny.
No, it's very funny.
Not that funny.
And he does play guitar, so yeah, we'll just keep going down this path, and then we can backtrack.
Yeah. Greg is in a band. They're always trying to get me to join.
It's a Kiss tribute band called Hug with 2 Gs. Their whole gimmick is that they only play acoustic versions of Kiss songs.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm not going to join.
That and Todd only plays the calliope. That's that steam organ they use in the circus. Kiss only uses it in one song, so I don't really see why Todd would have to join.
The calliope.
We had one in our house when we were growing up, and I actually didn't have any interest in playing it, but I learned it because it was there.
He's kind of shy about performing in front of other people. I totally used to be the same way when performing gymnastics in front of an audience, so I totally get it. He keeps promising he'll play it for me, but he never does.
I promised her that I would play it for her birthday, and I will.
My birthday was 3 days ago.
I meant next year.
Holding you to it.
Okay. And she was a gymnast. All right. What about your dad?
My father doesn't really like Todd.
Oh, maybe at first, but I think we get along better now.
Todd really wants to impress my dad. That's actually part of the reason why we're having this budget wedding. I'm sure Daddy would have paid for a big wedding if I asked, but Todd wants to prove to him that we're self-sufficient.
And we are.
I don't know, Aunt. Opposites attract. And with him being an actor and her being a lawyer, go back to Vegas.
A Las Vegas wedding was her idea. I told her we could get married anywhere that she wanted.
Vegas seemed perfect. It's affordable and it can double as a honeymoon.
Plus it has casinos. She loves those.
Oh, and his strip clubs. Todd loves those. He actually made a list of all the clubs he wants to see before we leave.
It was just a list of places. And there's one club on the list, but it's places that I want to see from the outside.
Todd grew up in a very religious household, so he can be a little embarrassed about these things. It's okay, sweetie. I've seen your list. It's perfectly normal for a man to want to see naked ladies.
Yeah, but a strip club? Come on. Seriously? I mean, a bunch of dudes hanging out with other dudes. Yeah, no. No. All right. What about your acting?
I think street performer is more of an appropriate term. He's never done any sort of stage acting.
But I do have some lined up. Actually, I'm going to be in an upcoming film in New York.
It's a role in an unpaid student film, but it's a great start.
It's a very promising student film. It's going to be seen by a lot of people, and the exposure is worth more than the money for me.
It's a film about campus safety. They say that new students are going to see it for years to come. I just wish Todd had booked a speaking part. He has the talent.
Well, thank you, dear. Thank you.
A student film?
Oh, I'm not a student. I just responded to an ad on the internet.
He actually dropped out of high school.
I
What?
wanted to focus on my career. Yeah, I was actually working for a cell phone company at the time, and it was a great job. I was making good money, and I wanted to move up, but they downsized, and a lot of us lost our jobs.
They laid off all the sign spinners at once, which was such a shame because Todd was so talented at it.
Hey,
We
Trevor.
actually met when he was sign spinning on the corner of my apartment. He caught my eye right away.
Oh, sign spinning. Nice.
So I just moved out of my parents' house into my parents' apartment building, and I didn't really know my way around the area. So I was running late for a meeting, and when I went outside, I saw Todd spinning his little arrow sign on the corner. So I went up to him and asked for directions, and instead of just telling me where to go, he spun his sign all impressively and pointed in the right direction. That was the cutest thing.
Well, she came back after meeting and she asked for my number, and we went on our first date the next day, and I knew she was the one after our first date.
I knew it after third.
Your parents' apartment building? Yeah, we're trying to see who is the financially one.
My parents own a small apartment building on the Upper East Side. They let me live there rent-free. I just pay for utilities. Todd's gonna move in with me once we're married. Apricot's gonna have to move out, but it's totally gonna be worth it.
Apricot? Who's Apricot?
My puppy. Her name's Apricot. Unfortunately, Todd is severely allergic to dogs, so she can't be living with us. But I'm sure it won't be hard to find someone who wants to adopt an adorable little teacup Pomeranian.
Oh,
I'll miss her, though.
those are so cute. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, so you went on 3 dates before you knew?
We streamed The Notebook at my place. All my past boyfriends had refused to watch it with me. Todd not only agreed, but he cried multiple times while watching it. I knew right then if he ever proposed to me, I'd have to say yes.
Well, tell me about the proposal.
Todd's proposal was the most unique one I ever had.
How many people proposed to you before me?
You were the fourth. Told you this. Oh, the first guy was at the Eiffel Tower. So cliche. Second guy did the whole, wedding ring at the bottom of a champagne flute at the five-star restaurant on Valentine's Day. We've all seen it.
Yeah, these guys have no originality.
The third guy was the worst. He had the proposal up on the Jumbotron at a basketball game. Like, how was that supposed to impress me? He literally owned the basketball team. He could make it say anything he wanted. It's just, that sort of stuff, it doesn't go far with me.
And I guess I'm just the lucky one.
Oh my goodness!
Question?
How did you propose? Yeah, right. Yeah. So I mean, all of those would have been like very impressive. This is like watching a train wreck. I want to go and see, some of the other candidates. This one here looks freaky as all get out. The heck! Look at that face. And that one, yeah, I don't know. But this one's like watching a train wreck, so sorry, I gotta stay with them. Okay,
so Todd was helping me lose weight at the time.
She asked me to help.
And, I'd asked this of other boyfriends before, and they always dismissed me. They were like, "Hun, you're perfect as you are." And I was like, I don't want you dismissing me. If something's important to me, I want my boyfriend to take it seriously.
Again, I was just trying to help. That's all I was.
Oh, he did more than that. He tracked my weight loss. He kept a log of everything I was eating. I mean, it was like having my own personal trainer at home.
Yeah, she laid out everything she wanted me to do. I just did what she asked me to.
And there was like this stubborn last few pounds I just could not seem to get off no matter what. So Todd told me he would marry me if I hit my target weight. And that was all the incentive I needed. I shed those last 3 pounds. Stat. I lost it so fast he didn't even have time to save up for the ring.
Well, I thought I was going to have more time.
I literally just didn't eat for 4 days. It was all the motivation I needed.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, so they're there, no engagement ring. And yeah, okay. All right. Well, I am super curious about this one here. Mallory.
What is there to say? I guess I'm a little bit down on my luck right now between jobs. I had 2 job interviews earlier this week, and I'm hoping to have more soon. I don't like to admit this usually, but it might be important for your book. I'm actually homeless currently. It might surprise you that I actually came from a fairly wealthy family. My dad was some sort of hotshot furniture salesman, and my mom was a cable TV installer. We actually owned our own house. It was double wide. Yeah, I guess I always thought I'd be a big success like my parents, and I guess it's just all right that they're not around anymore, so that they don't have to see what my life has turned into.
Oh.
No, I didn't exactly meet their high expectations.
Well, what happened to the double wide? Right? I know. But I thought that let me see if I can go back. No, I can't. Where did I find this game? It's on sale on for like $2.50, and I said, "What the heck? Might as well." I needed a good chill game, and I read it. It's like, okay, this guy owns the hotel. He doesn't have anybody to inherit it, and he's dying. So he's looking for someone to give the hotel to. So he has 4 candidates: Ashley, Mallory, Sarah, and Becca and Todd. And we've got to interview them as if we're writing a book, and then go back. Once we interview all of them, we'll go back to Mr. Davenport and talk to him on who we think the best candidate is. So I thought, sounds interesting. Definitely kill some time. But I thought that Mr. Davenport put Mallory up in the hotel, and she's been staying there. Right. Give her a double wide. Parents not around. Yeah, what happened to her parents?
Oh, I've been an orphan almost my entire life. Yeah, my parents died in a fishing accident when I was really little. The only living relative I have is my Uncle Albert, but we don't really talk at all. He's been in and out of prison my whole life.
Okay, in and out of prison for what?
My Uncle Albert? Oh. He goes back to prison all the time. He's actually serving a life sentence, but he keeps escaping. I don't know how he keeps getting out, but the guards catch him and put him right back in. Albert is from the dark side of my family. We didn't like to associate with them very much growing up. We were always a little bit ashamed to be related to Albert's side of the family, to be honest. I mean, I know that I'm not some great success or anything like that, but at least I'm trying to better myself. Albert's mom was a lawyer, and his dad was a member of Congress for over a decade.
Oh, wow.
It's like they didn't even try to have honest jobs.
What? Okay, her dad was a successful TV salesman, and her mom, or furniture salesman, and her mom installed cable. So they owned their own home, which was a double wide. But the dark side was a lawyer and a congressman. Got it. Fishing accident. What happened on the fishing accident? How did they die?
My parents used to take me fishing on the southern coast of Alabama. I don't think we were supposed to be fishing at the spot they found, but there was never anybody around to tell us to leave, so we did it anyway. It was really nice and almost like a real vacation. Anyway, we didn't have a real boat. We had just 3 of those floating pool chairs that we'd like paddle out and just sit there and fish. It was really relaxing. Anyway, one day my parents caught an undertow and the current pushed them out deep into the ocean. So luckily I managed to get to shore, but it took me a while to find anyone for help. The authorities searched and searched for them, but all they could find were their pool chairs, empty. It was really bad, but I was placed into the foster care system.
That was interesting. Okay, so you're in foster care?
I wasn't in the foster care system for very long.
Oh,
When I was
cool.
9, I was placed with a foster family, but unfortunately, my foster parents died the first night that I was with them. A burglar broke in and murdered them. My foster mom was able to call the police, but by the time they arrived, they were already dead. And the police couldn't find the burglar anywhere. The prosecutor on the case assumed that I had murdered my foster parents and even accused me of killing my birth parents. So he got the judge to sign off that I was going to be tried as an adult instead of a child, even though I was only 9. Luckily, they did find the real killer, and it turns out he was just really good at hiding, and he was in a crawl space under the house. So, unfortunately, due to this legal loophole that in Alabama I was now considered legally an adult, so I was out of the foster care system, and I had to find a job, so I worked in a coal mine. It wasn't the work I wanted to be doing, but it paid something. And then when I was 18, I moved out of Alabama.
What the heck? She's so positive, though. I mean, so positive, and and it's like, sheesh. Okay, so you moved out of Alabama.
I didn't have much money saved up, so I had to hop onto a train like they do in the movies. Only it wasn't exactly like how they do it in the movies, because there were no big empty cars with those open sides that you could just hop right onto. The best I could find was a small platform that stuck out from the train a couple of inches. I was able to put my feet on that, and then there was a handle that I could cling to. I figured that I could just stay like that for an hour, and then I'd be across state lines, but unfortunately, the train picked up a lot of speed, and I was stuck clinging onto the train up until Detroit.
Okay, so she went from Alabama to Detroit, Michigan, just hanging off the side of a boxcar.
Well, I hadn't intended on going to Detroit, but since I was there, I decided to make the most out of it. I got a job as the mascot at a children's restaurant. It was kind of a cheap ripoff of Chuck E. Cheese. And I had a costume that wasn't so much a cute mouse as a scary rat. But luckily, the kids didn't seem to mind too much. But I was only there for a little bit anyway. The first time I got my paycheck, I went to the bank, and I was still in my rat costume. And
Oh no.
unfortunately, 2 bank robbers came in, also in costume. So
Oh,
when the police
no.
showed up, they assumed that I was with them and arrested me along with them. I was able to sort things out at the police station, and I got off, but my picture in costume was already in the newspaper, so my boss didn't like seeing his mascot on the front page of the newspaper for bank robbery, so I got fired.
What the heck? Alright, so you're homeless.
I wasn't always homeless. Actually, when I was in Alabama, I had 3,000 square feet to myself.
Oh,
I felt like a
nice.
wealthy land baron or something.
Wow.
I didn't have a house on the land, but I did have a really nice tent at first. It was great. I lived there for a full year before I could save up for a house. Well, not a house. I actually bought an 8-foot by 10-foot shed that was fantastic. It was just as good as a house. Had a roof, 4 walls, a window, a door, everything I needed. I don't know why more people don't just live in sheds.
Yeah, they're like tiny homes. I see people do it all the time. Build little tiny homes or buy the sheds and turn them into tiny homes. You can put them on wheels and drive them around.
That was the nicest place I ever lived. Unfortunately, 2 weeks after I bought that shed, it was swallowed in a sinkhole. So there was really nothing left for me in Alabama. I decided to chase my childhood dream and move to Albuquerque.
Albuquerque? Albuquerque. She was in Alabama. She went to Detroit. So, yeah, I guess she was headed to Albuquerque.
Ever since I was a little girl, I wanted to move to a big city. You know, one of those places that musicians write songs about? A place like Albuquerque. When I finally moved to Albuquerque, it exceeded my expectations. All the glitz, all the glamour, it was incredible. And the best part was the people were really nice. It was great. I'd probably still be there today if it weren't for the puppy incident.
Yeah, I know plenty of famous, great songs that have been written about Albuquerque. You know, the big city of Albuquerque. Da 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 da. There you go, Aunt. There's your next hit wonder. All right. The puppy incident.
A little boy had lost his dog, and the entire community banded together to try to find it. Every business had some sort of poster in the window asking for people to find the dog, and I actually came across the dog, but unfortunately it was already dead, so I buried it. And then I wanted to do that thing that they do in TV shows where you replace one dead animal with a new alive animal that looks the same. So I went to every pet store in town until I found a dog that looked like the dog that I had buried that had died. I brought it to the little boy's family, and they seemed so happy. It was great. Until about 2 weeks after that, when I found out the truth. The little boy and his family weren't looking for a lost pet. Unfortunately, they were looking for a dog that had bitten the little boy. They wanted the dog to see if the dog had rabies. Since I didn't bring the correct dog back, they couldn't test the dog, and it turns out the dog that bit the little boy did have rabies. That's why he died. The story doesn't have a happy ending for the little boy, and I couldn't face the townspeople anymore, so I had to move out of Albuquerque.
This girl, she's a wheeze. All right, so job interviews. You've got one tomorrow.
My first job interview was for a job selling jewelry. I didn't have any experience, so they said they couldn't hire me. My second job interview was at an adult video store. They needed someone to clean up those video booths after customers used them. I also didn't have any experience with this, but I really wanted the job, so I lied and said that I'd been doing it for 15 years already in 3 different cities. I thought for sure they were going to hire me, but for some reason they didn't. I guess that was karma telling me that I shouldn't have lied.
Or the fact that you've been doing it for 15 years and you don't look like... All right, so that's all. I can ask her about the
I
Belmont.
used to work at the Bellflower as a professional gambler. That's actually how I met Mr. Davenport. His security guards thought that I was cheating, actually, so they brought me in for hours and hours of questioning. Thankfully, they looked through the security footage and saw that I was not cheating. They could have just kicked me out, but Mr. Davenport was so kind, and he actually put me in a room for a full week to make up for the trouble that had been caused. This is the nicest hotel I've ever been in.
So, if she's a professional gambler, why is she homeless? I don't get it.
Oh, that was the wildest thing. I actually ended up here in Vegas by accident, but while I was here, I figured I might as well try gambling. It turned out I was extremely bad at it, though, and I actually caught the eye of a wealthy man who asked me to be a professional gambler for him. So he would give me money to play craps, and then he would bet on me losing. And we actually made a great team, and he made a ton of money off me. But the casino started noticing what was happening, and they started kicking us out. Mr. Davenport was the only one who was really nice about it, though.
So she was good at losing. But yeah. So the wealthy man, what happened to him?
Oh. He was a rich person just like you'd see in the movies. I mean, he had a three-piece suit on with a jacket and a matching vest and everything. His car had a hood ornament on it, and he even had brown socks to match his brown shoes. I wouldn't know what to do with that kind of money. I think the first thing I might do would be to buy a monocle, though.
A monocle? Why a monocle?
I've wanted a monocle my whole life. I've had really bad vision in one of my eyes since I was a little girl. This one time I found a pair of glasses that had a missing lens, but the lens it did have was very close to my vision needs. So I had that. It was perfect. Almost perfect. The lens was on the wrong side, so I did have to wear them upside down.
Of course it was.
Eventually, I tried to take the lens out and put it in the correct side, but when I did, the lens cracked and I couldn't wear them anymore.
All right, so you're in Vegas by accident.
Well, I didn't mean to end up here, but I was on a bus on my way to Denver, and the bus stopped here, and I got off to use the bathroom, but I guess I took too long because when I came back out, the bus was gone, and it also had my luggage on it, so when I got here, all I had was the clothes on my back. But I'm glad it happened because I had a really good time here.
This poor girl. My goodness. So what was you going to Denver for?
Well, I wasn't in Denver proper, but I was about half an hour away at this ski resort very close by. Anyway, I worked at the ski resort first as a ticket salesperson, but then I studied and worked really hard to become a ski instructor. But
awesome.
Sadly, like all my jobs, it didn't last. The first time I took a group out to go skiing, I was supposed to bring them to an intermediate level hill, but unfortunately I read the color coding wrong and I brought them to an advanced hill. There's a huge difference between an intermediate hill and an advanced hill.
Yep.
I of course lost my job.
And all the people. So,
I have done it all. I've delivered pizzas, I had an ice cream truck, I worked in a pet shop, I even worked on a cruise ship. I've had some truly wonderful jobs, but sadly nothing ever worked out.
Well, one thing about it, she's very tenacious. And we'll come back and ask about the... Let's go to the Sarah. Do I want Sarah or Ashley? talk to Sarah. And I guess her parents.
I'm Alice Goodley.
I'm Walter, and this is Sarah.
It's so nice to meet you.
We're from Utah.
Well, hello.
We are very lucky to live there. Our neighborhood is just dandy. But then again, I guess everybody says that about their hometowns.
We have friendly neighbors, a brand new school, and the best darn volunteer fire department you could ask for.
It's not perfect, though. Crime has been on the rise lately.
That's true. Last Halloween, 2 houses got toilet paper.
A bunch of us pitched in, and we got those houses cleaned up by noon. Still, it was kind of disappointing to know that something like that could happen only a few blocks away.
Cleaning up all that toilet paper was really fun, though.
That's our Sarah. Always looking on the bright side of any situation.
Yeah. Alright, so they got a darn good volunteer fire department.
Being on the volunteer fire department is considered a huge honor in our town.
There are too many volunteers every year, and they can only let in so many people, so it's very competitive.
The exception is on Thanksgiving. During the parade, they make everyone in town an honorary member. It's a nice gesture, and everyone gets very excited about it.
We go all out for Thanksgiving.
We go all out for all holidays in general. You should visit on Independence Day. We have a top-notch fireworks show every year.
And don't forget about the Easter egg hunt. That's my favorite.
The Easter egg hunt? Why?
You'd think the hunt was just about the kids, but it's just as much fun for us grown-ups, too. The night before the hunt, all the adults get together and spend a few hours hiding the eggs. The next day, all the kids spend a few hours looking for them. It's like the adults get to play, too.
Sarah takes hiding Easter eggs very seriously. Some of the places she finds to hide them are downright diabolical.
Well, I remember what it was like hunting for eggs as a kid. The best feeling was when you'd find an egg in a hard-to-find spot. If someone doesn't hide them in places like that, then the kids won't get a chance to feel like that.
Sarah never does anything without giving it her best effort. You should hear her music lessons.
Because she doesn't seem much older than a kid herself. I mean, she looks, 16 maybe? Music lessons.
Sarah's learning to play the piano.
I'm not that good, but I'm trying really hard to get better.
Well, at the rate she's improving, though, she might be a famous musician by this time next year.
She's exaggerating. I wouldn't want to be famous anyway. Piano for me is just like a hobby, like you're knitting or Daddy's gardening.
She's a hard no. Yeah. These. I'm actually taking up. Well, I'm not taking up. I've gone back to learning to play the guitar. Yeah, this one's an odd one anyways, and that one, yeah, no, I'm not too set on. I feel absolutely sorry for her. Let's listen to this lady.
I'm Ashley. I live here in Las Vegas. I spend most of my time practicing magic, and I am single. What else do you want to know?
Okay. We know why you're single.
I'm not great at dating. It's probably because I really don't enjoy getting to know people. That's why I think that dinner and a movie is the perfect first date. You have just enough time to exchange facts about each other, and then the food comes, and you can't talk because your mouth is full. Then you go sit in a dark movie theater, where talking is frowned on. And you watch a movie. It's great. Especially if you're with one of those people who insists on talking all the time. I'm great at breakups, though. Yeah. Not very good at dating. I've tried dating apps, but I haven't found any that I really like.
Can you imagine? No, no. Yeah, it's dinner and a movie is got to be not only cliche, but probably one of the worst things you can do, like on a first date, because of the fact you do want to get to know the person. Dating apps.
I don't particularly like any of the dating apps out there right now. They're all designed to let you chat with the person before you meet them. If you chat with the person before you meet them, then you find out how horrible they are and you don't want to meet them. Then you don't even get the social rewards of having gone on a date. You know what I want? I want a dating app where you don't ever have to go on a date. Where when you match with a likely candidate, the app takes the photos that you've each submitted and places them in a likely dating scenario. Then it returns the photo to you. You can put that photo on your social media platforms, and it looks like you've been on a date. And you've never had to go on a date. Everybody wins.
That is genius. Absolutely genius. Perfect. That's perfect. I mean, instantaneous. Okay, as soon as you start chatting, you can look and see what you would look like on a date. And the whole time you're chatting on a dating app, you can be saying, "Oh, look, we're dating. I'm in a relationship." And you don't have to sit and, actually be in the same room with the person. Because, you're on the toilet, taking a dump, just chatting away. While the whole time it's like, "Oh, how's your spaghetti? Oh, it's wonderful. Great." Small talk. Boring. That's ingenious. Dating app. 2 photos. Merge them together. My brain's just spinning now. It's like, that may be a money market thing. It's like, for only 99 cents, you can go on your first date. Think of the money guys would save. Sheesh. Great breakups. I know, right? Seriously. The whole time you're chatting, it would just be great.
The problem most people make when they're breaking up with someone is that they try to be too nice. And that's very selfish. Not the good kind of selfishness either. When you're too nice with someone and you're breaking up with them, it makes them sad. It makes them wish that you weren't leaving. It makes them think that maybe they should stay with you. When you're breaking up with someone, it is the one time of your life that you should be a complete asshole, so that they actually feel relieved. They feel like a burden has been lifted. Yeah. You should always be an asshole when you're breaking up with someone. That's why I'm very good at it.
And see, that makes perfect sense. This, to look at this lady, you think, nah. But that makes perfect sense because it's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's not you, it's me. You're a very lovely person. And you know, but it's just not going to work out because, yeah, I mean, you try not to hurt their feelings whenever you break up. But you should do the opposite and just go, well, it's because you're butt ugly, you talk too much, you chew with your mouth open, and it's just not going to work out. I'm sorry, but yeah, you are definitely not for me. Yeah, you're the best. I just can't right now because I'm not looking for the best. Come on, seriously. Right. Good selfishness.
Everyone talks about selfishness like it's some sort of sin. Selfishness is necessary. Everyone wants good-paying jobs. Want them to be in our country and not another country. That's selfish. Everyone wants those good-paying jobs to be in our city, not another city. That's selfish. I want those good-paying jobs to be mine, not someone else's. That's selfish. Selfishness is necessary for us to survive.
That is true. I didn't think about there's good selfishness and bad selfishness. You think of selfishness as, well, you shouldn't be selfish. Why not? All right. Practicing magic.
When you're part of a magic show, you spend countless hours practicing. We only perform 4 nights a week, so it would seem like it's an easy schedule, but we spend maybe another 30 hours practicing. More if you're bringing someone new into the show. It's a lot.
Welcome back, Fefo. All right, so how did you end up at the Bellflower?
I've been performing my magic act here since the last time it was renovated.
Oh, wow.
Never heard of the place before that. I like it here. I like Mr. Davenport, too. He's very hands-off. I appreciate the fact that he doesn't try to give me input about my show.
So she's actually been there a while, I guess, since the last time it was renovated. Well, if it hasn't been... Yeah, tell me about your magic act. Or Mr. Davenport. Because I am trying to find... You know, whenever you first sit down, your appearance sets the tone for the interview, which, you know, this isn't really a interview, but as far as she knows, this is just a book about the hotel.
I haven't really talked to him that much. We talked a little bit when this place was being renovated. My magic act was becoming popular, and I was looking for a place to take up residency, and he was looking for an act to host in his arena. Worked out great. We've really only spoken a few times since then. Usually about
Oh, you're welcome, man. I thought you was already...
I guess you could say he's one of my
Blue.
best friends.
A best friend. Neither one of them know anything about it. Are you burying the body today?
With people unless there's a purpose. I would say I'm a people person. But I grow weary of them quickly if they overstay their welcome or talk. I prefer quiet types who show who they are by their actions. You know, a lot of people will have shallow, fake friends who will tell you all about their day. But they'll never lift a finger if you need to move or get rid of a body.
That's
I
true.
really don't like people like that.
That is true. I mean, you know, you got friends who say they're your friends. I've got a Lincoln Town Car sitting outside. The tie rod came off. I've got the tie rod, I got the tools. I can't physically do it no more. I've contacted all my friends. None of them have the time to do it. But if they need something done, we're moving this weekend. Can you come over? Can you do this shirt? Can you, feed the dog? Whatever. They call me. I do it. Yeah, this one-sided friendship is yeah, it's something. She said get rid of a body.
I've never had to get rid of a body.
Oh, good.
But if I did, I wouldn't be stupid about it. You know, everybody just tries to bury the body or throw it in a river with something heavy on it, trying to keep the cops from finding it. The cops are going to find the body. But if I was going to get rid of a body, I would throw it in the river with a bungee cord harness attached to it. And then I wouldn't attach the other end to anything. So when the cops found the body, as they're going to, they wouldn't assume it was murder. They would just assume it was someone stupid who deserved to die. I mean, people win Darwin Awards every day. Why not take advantage of it?
That makes sense. Perfect sense. Perfect sense. Stupid person jumped off the bridge wearing a bungee. Bungee wasn't long enough. Snap. Poof. Poosh. Oh, dumb dude. Dumb dude died. Darwin Awards. Yep. Dumb dude died.
You've never heard of the Darwin Awards?
I know what a Darwin Award is.
They're my favorites. They're named for Charles Darwin, based around his survival of the fittest and genetics and stuff. So, whenever someone dies doing something that is so stupid, they do the human race a favor by draining themselves out of the gene pool, they get a Darwin Award. I used to love watching them on the internet, but now really it's just fails. They aren't legitimate Darwin Awards. So I watch a lot of roller coaster disasters instead. They're great too.
Oh, such a morbid person. It's great. Love it. Insist on talking.
There are people who talk all the time, even when they have nothing to say. If you have nothing to say besides hello or hi, why talk?
Exactly.
I really don't enjoy misguided politeness.
Exactly. I agree. It's like you have to be saying something.
Just like when someone tries to do something nice, but it has the opposite effect. Like you're walking towards a door. And you're too far away, but someone decides to hold it open for you anyway.
So
then you have to rush to get through the door so they don't awkwardly stand there holding it. Do you know what's easier than rushing through a parking lot to get through a door? Opening it yourself when you're there.
Exactly. Exactly. I have to walk with a cane because I get super, super dizzy and lose my balance a lot. I either have a walker or I have a cane. The walker's just if I'm going any amount of distance, I lose my breath and I have to sit and rest for a while. I'm not clinically, I'm overweight. I'm 238 pounds, but I don't consider that because I was over 480 pounds. So, yeah, I've come a long way, but that was also years, at least 20 years ago. So, yeah, it's been a while. But because I walk with a cane, I'll get out of the vehicle and somebody's already standing at the door with the door open, holding it for me. And I'm like, I'm coming, I'm just slow. Which makes me rush, which makes me out of breath. And it's like, okay, I appreciate the thought, I really do. But it's easier for me to just, manhandle it and do it myself. Or use my butt to push the door open. I appreciate it. I'll stand with the door open, but a rare so. Well, Aunt, you are running out of people.
It's understandable if you didn't know that I had my own magic act. I'm not on any of the posters. I used to be. But I learned early on that audiences expect a magician to be male.
That's
so
true.
I hired a male presenting actor as the magician. I started working as the assistant. But ticket sales, boom, boom, shot way up.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, most magicians. So, you said not her. You said not her. These two were just goofy as all get out. And this one, I'm afraid that if we gave it to her, it would... I know. That's what I'm saying. We're running out of people. Out of these 4 candidates, she's probably the only one. Yeah. But I'm afraid if we gave it to her, the whole hotel would just get taken by aliens or something, I mean, some kind of natural disaster would happen to it. Instantaneously. But in all fairness, we've only heard 3 things out of Sarah. And this couple, whew. Sheesh. I'm curious to hear the rest of their story on all of these. But let's find out why she's an assistant.
I'm not mad about it. My act has actually gotten a lot easier since I started working as an assistant and not the magician.
Well, that makes
I'll
sense.
let you in on a little secret. The assistants are actually the ones who perform all the tricks in a magic act.
Yeah.
The magician really is just there so that people have something to keep their eyes on. They're gonna watch him, see if they can figure out the tricks, see if he's doing anything sneaky. Everyone really just ignores the girls in the shiny outfits.
True.
But we're the ones making the tricks work.
True.
Now, magic is all about misdirection. The magician is the biggest misdirection of all.
That is true.
You can get away with anything as long as someone's attention is focused on something else. That's the key to all of magic, half of life. Everyone knows it, nobody cares. Back when I really was an assistant, I worked for a magician, the great Zambini. He based his signature trick on this very thing. See, we were part of a traveling carnival, and our stage was outdoors. At the beginning of the night, the back of the stage, a Zamboni was parked. It was the Zamboni. And he would tell the audience that at some point during the evening, he was going to make the Zamboni disappear, and no one would notice. So about halfway through the evening, we would have this assistant come out that the audience had not yet seen. Her name was Kelly. She was particularly alluring. And the other assistants and I would help her up on top of a platform, and we would begin tying her up with scarves. We'd really take our time about it, make it very erotic. And Kelly would wiggle and pout, make these squeaky gerbil noises. While this was happening, Zambini would pull out his keys and drive the Zamboni off stage. Then he'd run back. We would make Kelly disappear in a fairly standard trick, and when it was done, Zambini would be standing where the Zamboni was with his arms outstretched, like he had just accomplished the most amazing feat in the world. And the audience loved it. They would clap like it was the best thing ever. It was grotesquely sexist, but it worked.
It's like that, misdirections like that, bear that walks across in the background and nobody notices the bear. You know, there's a whole crowd of people and everybody's walking around, and then it's like, did you see the bear? Viper! Traveling carnival.
When you're starting out in this industry, you will take anything that you can get. It was rough. I was on the road for 6 months. Before that, I was an assistant to a comedy magician. That was even worse. I'd still take that over any normal job. Oh, comedy magicians. Awful. None of it's real magic. It's all just jokes. I don't have any jokes in my act. Well, I have one, but I don't do it every night. I just save it for when I have a heckler.
What? I want to hear the joke. The heckler? Yeah, let's do the heckler.
The fact that hecklers are still a thing is proof that society is a failure.
Hopefully she'll tell us the
I don't know why
joke.
we still allow them to exist. I have a good way of dealing with them, though. Whenever we get a heckler that's too bad, I mean, it's really bad, I motion to the other assistants, and they notify the magician. And they invite the heckler up on stage to help us with our next act. So I bring out a specially made tall box, and the magician announces that he is going to make the heckler disappear. We put them in the box. We wrap the box up with chains, and we wheel it off stage.
There you go.
The audience loves it. They laugh, they clap. The heckler's never heard from again.
There you go.
Works great. Then backstage, I feed the heckler to my alligators. I don't have alligators. Box only opens one way. I push it up against an exit door, and when the heckler opens it, they can only leave.
Oh, there you go.
I've
Good
got
idea.
exactly 2 negative Yelp reviews. Worth it.
Oh, this lady's great. And see, this was my least favorite. This whole game is exactly. Who would have known that this $2.50 game would have gotten so much laughs? These two. Let's hear about the ring.
We just decided to skip the whole engagement ring thing and the wedding band thing. It's such an outdated concept. Plus, Todd thinks it's a waste of money.
Well, engagement rings are a scam. There's a great Adam Runs Everything video about that, actually.
Yeah, plus I deal with a lot of high-profile clients at work, so if I had a ring, it would have to be huge, something that Todd couldn't afford, really. I know that sounds shallow.
Wow.
I know. People really do judge you for the clarity and size of your diamond, so it's best I just don't have one at all.
And she was the one that turned down, the big engagement ring and the champagne glass. The guy who owned the whole, jumbotron sports team, and Viper, this is Vegas Tales. All right, this guy, Mr. Davenport, owns a hotel. He's dying. He has no one to leave the hotel to. And so we have been hired to interview these 4 candidates: Ashley, Mallory, Sarah, which is the one in the middle, and Becca and Todd, which is a newlyweds that showed up today for their honeymoon at the hotel, the Bellflower Hotel, which is in Las Vegas. But what they don't know is they'll be inheriting it. What they think that I'm doing is interviewing them about a book on why they're here at the Bellfire and how they met and blah, blah, blah. Just tell me about yourself. But it has been absolutely hilarious. See past boyfriends?
There were a lot of them. Am I right?
They were all so full of themselves. They were either rich or famous, or both rich and famous. The worst combination. That doesn't impress me.
They weren't as great as they sound. Okay.
No, some were actually very cool. But I don't really talk to them anymore. Todd gets a little jealous when I do. But Todd hangs out with all of his ex-girlfriends, except Lily, of course. But, I'm not really worried about them. If he's not sleeping with me, he's definitely not sleeping with them, so.
Whoa, what? Why not Lily? And, okay.
Oh, Lily. She was just the worst. I wasted 6 months of my life dating her, and that is all that needs to be said.
She used to physically abuse Todd. I'm so proud of him for breaking up with her. Even more for talking about it.
It's not really what she makes it sound like. She doesn't know the whole picture.
I mean, Todd could have easily defended himself. But the thing about Todd is he would never hit a woman, ever.
Well, no real man ever would.
Especially Lily.
Right.
I mean, I don't think I could hit a 95-pound elderly woman either.
What? Is he like a gold digger? Well, no, because she ain't got no money. But her parents are lawyers. But 95. What? All right. High profile clients.
Our firm represents a number of well-known clientele. I'm not really at liberty to name names, but there's a few athletes and politicians who you might have heard of.
You know, I was actually an athlete. I was the star player on my high school football team. And I would have gone pro, everyone would have known my name, but had a knee injury, so.
Oh, yeah, I mean, look at him. He would have totally made the NFL. Had it not been for the injury. I mean, once he kicked a 20-yard field goal in a high school game, like, that is extremely unheard of, from what I understand. I almost went pro in gymnastics, but that didn't work out for me either.
Why didn't it work out?
When I was very little, I trained under the famous Italian gymnastics coach, Sergio Endolini. My parents were convinced I was going to make it to the Olympics. I had the
Stop.
and
That's enough. Sergio Endolini isn't a real person, all right? We're not married. The only reason I said we were married is because I wanted to get a free room upgrade at the hotel.
As you can tell, he's a cheapskate.
Well, as you can tell, she is a hooker.
Okay, I'm not a hooker, I'm a sex worker. And we didn't even have sex because you were busy crying the whole time.
Not true.
What?
No, it is true. The only reason I'm still sitting next to this person is because I wanted to be paid for this book, so. And now you ruined it. Thank you.
I ruined it.
Yeah.
You're the one who made me look like a complete loser.
Kind of.
You know what? I don't even. I'm sorry for wasting your time. Goodbye.
What?
Can I still get paid?
Did you see that coming, Aunt? Oh, what? What the heck? Well, I guess we're down to 3 now, aren't we? No. They planned this whole thing so that they were going up to the room, but they wanted a free upgrade. So they said they were on their honeymoon. Mr. Davenport heard them and said, "Oh, that's great. How about..." So he considered, yeah. What the heck? That blew, no. Wow. Okay. They're done. And we don't know much about Sarah other than she travels with her mom and dad. Seriously. And she's absolutely... So, yeah, so far, Ashley's our best candidate. I got to go with that, but we've got to finish asking all the questions so that you need to speak to someone else. Bellflower
We love
Hotel.
this hotel. We come here every year on vacation.
We take a lot of family vacations together. The only thing better than seeing the world is seeing the world together.
This is my favorite vacation we take. I love coming here to Vegas.
That is true. It's all she talks about for months leading up to the trip.
I do get pretty excited about our vacation time.
Yeah, family
I
vacation.
take 2 weeks vacation from my dental practice each year so we can go on a family trip.
It's safe to say our Las Vegas trips are our favorite. This is our 3rd year in a row coming here.
Next year, I'll be old enough to go to the casino floor.
Yeah, see?
21 until next month.
There you go. I figured I figured she was young. And see, the fact that they keep coming back to here, They know the
A few
hotel.
years ago, we heard that Las Vegas had undergone some changes and was very family-friendly now. Once we heard that, we just had to come check it out.
And we were not disappointed. There's a lot more to do here than just gambling and attending wild rock concerts. There's an aquarium, a history museum, and gondola rides.
We even found a soup kitchen and lets us volunteer every time we come here.
We do participate in some of the wilder activities, too. Last year, we toured the Pinball Hall of Fame. I figured we are in Vegas after all, we might as well get a little crazy while we're here.
Crazy. Crazy. What about gambling? No. No. I know. I was hoping it was just on that one question. Oh, is she really? Oh, you Googled it? Yeah.